Them all. Tonight we will be tying a couple blood midge. This is a very effective little midge pattern. It's one of my go-to patterns, especially as I fish the rivers here in Colorado. So tonight this is tied on a Dairiki number 270. This is a size 20. So it's a natural bend 3x long hook. This is just a wonderful, wonderful hook. And I'm using micro killer caddis beads because honestly, it's really the only bead that can slide onto the hook. But you have to make sure that you get one of the smaller ones, because if you don't, it just does not want to cooperate. And then you find yourself breaking beads or poking yourself in the finger with a hook and all that fun stuff. So as you can see, there's a completed one. So we'll go ahead and pull that off and drop in a new hook here with the bead on the front. So it is a clear killer caddis midge bead. It does have the silver interior, which is always a lot of fun. And so basically what I'm going to do then is just get some thread going like this. I'm using red A-dot thread, and once the thread's in place, then I have, this is size small, ultra wire. So in the color gold, because that's what I have laying around, and it just tends to be a good color. Oops. About to lose everything. Still got to get used to tying with a camera in front of my face. There we go. So get that cinched in, and so we're just going to do consistent wraps all the way back to right above the barb of the hook. Now, for those of you that may be new to fly tying, the way the way that a hook is set up is, I'll use a bigger hook here as an example. That way you can see. So the way a hook is set up, you know, the eye of the hook here, see? The eye, nice. It's got the hole, it's where you attach your line. This is the shank of the hook, the long part of the hook here. If we grab it and hold it the other way, this is the bend, the top of the bend, the bottom of the bend. This is the bend of the hook. I cannot for the life of me figure out why they'd call it the bend of the hook. I'm kidding, it's because it's bent. This here's the point of the hook, and right here, if you can see it, is the barb of the hook. Now, when I go out fly fishing, I try my hardest to always remember to crimp the barbs. Even like after I get done tying a dozen flies or so that I know we're going into my fly box, I will just go ahead and crimp the barbs on them. You can buy barbless hooks. They sometimes are a little more expensive, so I just use the hooks I have, and then use a pair of flat forceps and press that barb down. Especially on a hook this size, it's really easy to destroy that barb so that you can have a quick and clean release. So after that little lesson, we're going to then take the A-dot red thread and take it back up to right behind the bead, like so. And we're going to take our gold wire, just going to wrap even wraps moving forward, like so. And you can space these as much or as little as you like. You can even wrap them side by side. If you do that, though, the fly is going to look more like a brassy midge rather than a blood midge, because you're not going to get that red that you normally get. And so just a couple wraps to hold that wire in place. Just as another reminder, never, ever, ever, ever use your scissors. With this, there's this cool trick. If you hold the wire up here, just kind of keep it tight, begin to spin it like a helicopter, you can see it pops off just fine. So that's that small ultra wire, gold wire. And now what we're going to do is we're going to tie in a piece of peacock herl, like so, right behind the bead. And we're going to kind of create this collar right behind the bead. Just kind of make it nice and fluffy. So if you've never seen peacock herl in the water, then I would encourage you to look for a video online. Maybe I'll make a video at some point. You could snip this off with scissors, or you could just take your finger, and if you wiggle it enough, possibly punch the camera a little. There we go, just pops right off. So once that's done, we're going to get our whip finishing tool and finish the fly. So the peacock herl in the water, it just kind of flows. It's really cool looking in the water, and so it can mimic legs, it can mimic gills, it can mimic all sorts of different things. So just a wonderful add-on to really any midge, but in this case with these blood midge, it is incredibly effective. So there you go. There is a blood midge from start to finish. So again, we've got Dairiki size 270 or number 270 hook. It's a size 20, so it's pretty small. There is a micro midge killer caddis clear bead with a silver lining on the inside. The body is made out of 8/0 red thread. The wrapping is small ultra wire gold, and then the collar is made out of peacock herl. You whip finish it, and you are good to go. And that is how you tie a size 20 blood midge.